Hello ladies, I'm on a horse. Not really. I'm sitting on a chair. But I am half naked. Only because I couldn't find the top part of my pyjama, but still. And yes, I wear pyjamas. What of it? Pyjamas are awesome. Anyway, this is PANCZASU the Mighty Mix Spammer. Last time there was supposed to be a bonus at the end of my video, unfortunately. Wait a minute, didn't see this one before. When recording. It is actually, that is a little bit sad. The proper black hole, what I always believed to be a black hole, seems to be just a nova or something. I cannot see the other thing that I believe to be a black hole, but this isn't precisely like a black hole should look like. I mean, it should be brighter on the outside. Then again, oh, this actually animation, really nice. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. So how about we go into a battle, because we're about to have one anyway, and I tell you about something. What was it I wanted to tell you about though? I do not remember. Oh yes, at the end of my last video there was supposed to be a bonus, and unfortunately YouTube was acting really weird, cutting the end of my video by a few minutes. So in the end I had to trim the bonus because there would be no point. There was like 2 seconds of the bonus before it really got started. So that was a little bit annoying, and I hope it doesn't happen again. I mean, if it does, then I'll have to look into the issue a little bit more, but this will also explain why, if this video cuts like a minute early, then this would be why. It's because YouTube is some kind of bugging out. I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do about it. Trust me, I tried I have no idea how many hours to find the reason for this issue and to find a way to fix it. But I can indeed promise you that if this happens again with this video, then I'll definitely look into it even more vigorously. However, I do think it might have been caused by my previous video, even though editing it didn't help, but maybe it was something about the coding, which is possible for the reason... which is possible, let's just leave it at that, okay? Alright, so as you can plainly see, I completely dominated the enemy fleet, which is usually the case. Unfortunately, there is one more thing I need to say. It is going to be a short video. Why? Because of 3 things. Number 1, it is currently almost 4 AM. and I haven't slept yet. Number 2, there are people asleep in my house. One of them may or may not be my mother, who has birthday tomorrow. Actually today, technically speaking. So yeah, she should get some rest, and I would hate to wake her up. Fortunately, I think she cannot hear me if I do not scream too much. Now, and reason number 3, the Pro League, which is a StarCraft 2 event, it used to be StarCraft 1 event, now it's StarCraft 2, just switched. It's taking place right now for me. It was really difficult for my will to actually not watch it and make this videocast, but I know that you guys want to see my videos. Well, I hope you want to see my videos as often as humanly possible, so I want to provide them daily if possible. Sometimes I know it is undoable per se, like for example when I had my stitches taken off, but other than that, I try my best to provide you with as much commentary as often as possible, which made me do this significant sacrifice. Okay, I don't believe there is any need to improve the food on this planet. I mean, yes, it does have -1 food production, but A, it cannot go lower than 1 population mark. B, I could care less about such a pathetically bad planet, so I'm just gonna go for a temporal finance to get some dust on this planet, or indeed in the entire system, which is a really pathetic system. And after that, I guess I'll just go for something that is beneficial. Well, having set up refineries is always good, as it provides just a flat-out bonus to industry, as well as additional bonuses if the system is big. But even if the system is small, it is still very useful to have this thingy, so I will go for it as well. Anyway, yeah, I do remember that I have the pirate problem. Fortunately, they haven't moved last 10, I believe. I mean, they haven't moved when I loaded the game, which is good. Also, I really want to decrease my tax rate because it is at 50% right now. But the problem is, I need the money, and decreasing the tax rate wouldn't speed up the construction of my colonial rights anyway. So I'm gonna wait 1 more turn, and then I guess I will not even need to decrease the tax rate. Actually, this is a pretty stupid thing I'm about to do. I might as well actually make it a little bit less ridiculous. Also, I made a lot of dust from this battle, so I might actually decrease the taxes even further. Now I'm losing a lot of dust, but I think I just might be able to afford it. Oh, but then again, I really would love to go for colonial rights on my home system, but look at the change. Yeah, it's not happening just yet. I would love for it to happen, but nope, nope.avi. Oh, and by the way, before we go even further, and before I show you the bonus, because this time I plan to show it in the middle of a videocast rather than at the end of it, to make sure that you can see it, is I'm gonna give you a warning what it is going to be about. But first of all, this upgrade I have, that I was wondering how it actually works, intense cultivation logistics, which it says minus 50% locus points on plant quality. As my friend told me, I mean, we played multiplayer game, we are still playing it, technically speaking. It doesn't really remove half of the locus points, but it decreases the speed at which you gain locus points by half. So let's say that I have this system and it just reached 22 locus points. Normally it would have 23 locus points next turn, but with this upgrade it will have 23 locus points in the turn after the next turn, so in 2 turns instead of just 1. I think I explained it alright, I hope so. So this is actually a very good upgrade to get as soon as possible, which is why I decided to go for it on many of my other systems. If what my friend said is indeed true, but I have no actual reason to doubt him. We did do some testing as well. Anyway, anything else before I end the turn? I still do not have the money to revive my hero, unfortunately, and I could save for him to do that. Oh, by the way, also my friend did remind me that I did not level him up quite to the end. I mean, it doesn't really matter right now because, yeah, he's dead anyway, but I might as well put this point because it was apparently pretty annoying for my friend. Why did I call him friend? He's my best enemy or worst friend. Well, so technically speaking, he is a friend. He's just the kind of friend that you would like to roast alive and then maybe eat his liver or something. Anyway, I believe we can end our turn right here. And yeah, I am about to show you the bonus. But I do need to give you a fair warning right now. The bonus you're going to see is most likely, not necessary, but I know myself, most likely going to make me scream a little bit. Even thinking about it right now is kind of increasing my heart rate. So I do suggest you lower your volume by quite a bit right now. Unplug the headset if you're wearing any, because yeah. Okay, I might as well do this. Come on. Yeah, that's what I wanted to show you. My reaction is nowhere near as enthusiastic when I first saw this, which was on December 11th, obviously, but I'm still so very happy. You cannot even imagine. I mean, you can if you are someone like me, but this is just great, and I felt like sharing with you guys. If this makes any of you interested in Social Death, aka Chaos Generation, then I'll be just happy. But yeah. Okay, so there's the bonus. That's about it. Maybe you were hoping for something more, but for me, this is a lot. For you, maybe not, maybe yes. We'll see about that. Also, I got an upgrade which allows me to stack more ships in my fleets, which is nice. However, I do also want to get rid of those pirates, which are becoming a problem. They're blockading my system, and they're way too powerful for my regular fleet to do anything with them. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, merge those two fleets together and leave them here, because hey, why not? Then I'm going to merge those two fleets together, but I'm going to take them for a trip to Pixies, in order to kill the pirates before they become a nuisance, a thorn in my side, one must say. I am going to leave a gift in my tracker. It will not be able to progress in terms of invasion, because it doesn't have enough invasion power. And if a ship doesn't have sufficient invasion power, then the invasion will not progress. But it will make sure that the invasion stays at the same level. I will not have the enemy will not be able to regain control of the system at all. At least I think this will be the case. I might be wrong, because yet again, this ship is really 999 times because my invasion power is not big enough. Okay. That is that. I'm done with this thingy. Now my people should be a little bit more happy. And wow, what just happened? OMG, they love me so much. Is it because of the bonus? They saw that Sunyoshide is in town and they were like, oh yeah, let's do this, baby. We're gonna kill everybody for our girls. So, yeah, this is great, except for the fact that I'm losing a lot of dust, but because they are so happy, or even ecstatic, I can increase the tax rate. Now, normally I would like them to be ecstatic for as long as possible, because keep in mind, colonial rights give you a giant feeds improvement as long as your people are ecstatic on a set system. However, right now, this will be pretty difficult to achieve and I need my dust. So I am going to increase my tax rate as much as possible without making my prime systems unhappy. So 50% is good enough. I'm still losing a lot of dust, mind you, but I believe I can get over it, more or less. Also, revenue zen. Yes, please, I desperately need it. I need +2 dust per population mark on planets. With highly developed systems like trash can, it is amazing. Also, it increases the buyout bonus, or decreases. I have no idea how to look at it, which is kind of great. Unfortunately, it is going, to take 12 turns, and I will not survive this long without better dust production. This is bad. Maybe I could get a revenue zen on pixies before I get intense cultivation logistics. This is actually a possibility. 57 turns. Are you for real? I mean, I know the system doesn't have the best industry production, but still, this isn't great. Not at all. 33 tennis. OMG, wow. Yeah, so it seems like revenues and although great, I cannot get it on any of my systems except my home system, but I cannot get it there either because I need this additional dust, otherwise I am dead. I could go for industry to dust conversion on all my other systems. Let's see if this will actually allow me to... Hold on a second, I don't have Planetary Institute. I should go for that, but yeah, before I get it, wish me luck. So anyway, if I go for industry into dust conversion, actually it doesn't matter for Sicily, I might as well leave it at that, but other systems. Let's see if it helps. So I'm losing a little bit less dust. Now I'm gonna lose even... Actually, I should wait for one more turn, but it's just a test. So that's that. Let's go. Go. Come on, don't misclick Pancake. You're wasting everybody's time, including your own. So right now I'm actually making this, but what if I were to change that? I would lose, and I would not really be able to keep it up for 12 turns, now would I? No, there's no way. Which is a shame, really. I could, however, stockpile a bunch of dust. Which seems like a promising idea. So, what I'm gonna go is finish intense cultivation logistics because it's a really important thingy. On my most productive systems, Artemis will have to deal with it because, yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, colonial rights over here will be finished in one single turn. Maybe people will not be on strike for once, which is going to be great. I also need them here, besides Fighters doesn't produce a lot of dust anyway, it's a very small difference. Also, it's a Kran system. Okay, Kran... Yeah, as a thought, my second most productive system. Also, can I unassign him this hero? Because so far he has been kinda useless. No, I cannot. I have to wait 3 more turns. That is a lot. Alas, there isn't much I can do about it, unfortunately. I thought about saying shit again. I'm sorry. I'm hardcore, so on. But anyway, I believe we are ready to end the turn. There isn't much for us to do, is there now? There isn't like anything I can do about the mob. By the way, I mean I talked about this in the comments, so I'm not sure if this is actually worth mentioning, but invasion modules are actually used for early game. Late game, not at all. But early game, yes they are, because basically invasion power is more or less the same as your fleet's military power, except you also add this. So for example, if my ship has military power of 352, when invading it is counted as if it had military power of 472 instead of 352 because of this S2GO kinetics, or space to ground, but whatever, you know what I mean. So it is actually kind of awesome, at least in my opinion, in early game, and I do need to gain control of enemy systems as fast as possible. Which is kinda ironic considering I just stopped capturing Matraka. But then again, I did need desperately to take out those pirates, because otherwise they will be a problem and they will block off my dust and science production by a lot. And blockade decreases your science to 0 and your dust production by, I don't remember, 75%, something ridiculous like that. So imagine how much dust the system would produce if only it was under blockade. So I do need to take care of my own people. As ridiculous as it sounds, because yes, I know I would rather have them killed, but they give me gold, and for now, I need this gold to kill more people. So, Siafu are not complete idiots. They know that you do need to be able to afford to kill others. So, they are able to, you know, not kill for a moment if they know that this will allow them to kill more people in the future. I'm not sure if this makes any logical sense as I said, but I think you know the motion of this general idea per se. Now I keep looking at my timer because, as I said, it isn't going to be a long video cast. Probably something around let me say that again. Probably something around 20 minutes, maybe a little bit more, because I do really A, wanna watch at least part of the Pro League, B, I really do not want to wake anybody up. See, I also think about getting a small snack, which may not be the most helpful thing of all around 4 AM, but, you know, I do not really ever care, actually, so yeah. Actually, what would I eat? I just ate ice creams, by just I mean a couple of hours ago, so that's not a possibility. What else do I have that is ready to eat? Well, I do have a bit of a soup, which is delicious, but I don't feel like eating soup right now. Maybe some, I don't know. A difficult choice. Keep in mind, I did get my stitches taken off, but because it was in the general direction of my jaw, the miniature surgery I had last week, I believe I can more or less eat everything now, because it is healing pretty quickly, but I don't know. I don't want to eat just anything, so yeah. Anyway, I'm talking completely off topic, I know, I'm sorry, this is going to be a weird cast like that, but yeah. I want revenue said, come on! Well, you cannot always get what you want, and wow! People at Pixies are no longer at 0% strike, now they are actually at 14%, that's a major improvement. Not. But let's pretend it is. Also, the pirates didn't start the invasion, it is rather surprising. I'm pretty sure they have required a military power to start the invasion, but for now they seem to be satisfied with just blockading my system. Well, I don't want them to blockade anything, so I will not let them do that for too much longer. 576. I keep looking at this thingy, hoping it would somehow magically decrease, this number I mean, but so far I was not very lucky with that. Not indeed, I wasn't. Which is ironic, not ironic, which is annoying. It's a different world, mind you. Okay, so atmospheric filtration is almost here, not like I care, because yeah, I do not really care at all. But soon I will get the Reaper ship class and, more importantly, Operator Consulting, which I believe is going to fix a lot of my expansion disapproval problems, because keep in mind that playing on endless mode is going to give you this one nasty thing. Where is it? Yeah, there we go. Expansion disapproval from game difficulty is increased by 7! 7 times the normal expansion disapproval. That is a lot, mind you. A lot. And also overpopulation disapproval times 1.8 from game difficulty. That is also a lot. This is the only way in which game difficulty affects your empire, but it is pretty severe, as you can quite clearly see right now. I mean, yeah. Okay then, I believe we can end the turn. I can take a sip of water. It has been 20 minutes actually, but I love you. I wanna keep going for at least 5 more minutes. Wow, what is that? Come on, click, I clicked on you. Oh, unfettered movement. I don't care about that. And as for atmospheric filtration, yeah, that is kinda obvious, I got that. And am I a slow traveler? No, I'm not. Still, it feels like I'm traveling so very slowly. But that's because in the game I played just today with GameStar, I was playing as one of my new races called the Radiants, who not only are fast travelers, but also in the course of my play, I got abundance of, how are they called? Give me a second. They are called Ionic Crystals. And when you have abundance of Ionic Crystals, your movement speed increases by 60%. Add to that the 10% increase of movement speed by each iron crystal you have, and I had a lot of them. So yeah, I was basically able to move like this entire distance within almost a single turn without any engine upgrades and almost no engine tech. Okay, maybe not this entire distance, this seems like a little bit too much, but you get the general idea. Anyway, there isn't anything for me to do this turn, unfortunately, even though I would wish it would be otherwise. And yeah, I do want to have more money though, so let's see. And also the system is stagnating, as is my trash can. Can I do anything about the trash can? No indeed I cannot. Can I do anything about Hido? I can. Do I want to? Well, Molten Springs is kinda nice, but Large Baron is going to decrease my approval by quite a bit. I do want to get Meta Entactogen, or however you're supposed to pronounce it. Which is great, it gives you some really nice bonus, and adds a lot of happiness, which would counter the desert unhappiness, but there's also acid rain, which is kinda severe. Then again, acid rain and desert produce as much unhappiness as Metactogen produces happiness, so I guess I can safely expand at pretty much no cost whatsoever, it will just be pure gain. I mean, yes, the desert is not going to produce any... Actually, it's still going to produce a lot of industry, wow, okay, then never mind. So it is worthwhile to expand to it. I could speed up this, but yeah, 104, that's not happening. I am saving more for my hero. So that's that. And what was I going to check anyway? Oh yes, now I remember. I wanted to see if it is worthwhile to go for careful sweeping. It will be in this system, but not for now because expanding is more important. How about trash can? Only a single moon. It is still worthwhile to go for careful sweeping. How long would it take? A single turn. I can do that. Thank you very much. I'll lose a ton of dust, but at least I'll gain more dust in the future. So as long as I am able to make those very short distractions from producing extra dust in order to get more dust income, then it is, in my opinion, very much so worth it. Now let's have a quick look at any other systems with potential moons. In here, it would be worth it if I were to transfer population over to this Artemis 2, which I very much so could do. It is a small improvement, and it would take 4 turns. I would much rather get industry to dust conversion right now. It is not a big improvement in dust production, but it is something, and I need it right now. How about this system? It is very tempting, and I'm gonna go for it. How long will it take? 5 turns, that is a lot. And I'm losing even more dust right now, but I believe I can handle it. I hope I can handle it, at the very least. And how about... Okay, there are no moons over here, because the upgrade isn't even showing up. And the only occasion where your upgrades are not showing up is where there's literally no way in a billion years you could use an upgrade. So, yeah. And also, Circini... It doesn't have a moon now, does it? No, it does not. Okay then. I can speed this up for 23 dust. It might not seem like a lot, and it isn't, but since I'm struggling so much on the dust front, I kinda cannot speed this up. So, let's have a quick look at the score. Somebody is doing very poorly. Wow, I guess pirates are really getting to the green player. The other green player, that is. How about Fitz? Yeah, I'm 7th, that's not so great. Knowledge, I'm 7th. Fleet, I'm 8th. I'm not when it comes to command points, but military power is the one that is important, so yeah. Things could be going better, they definitely could, especially because AI tends to rush their victory conditions pretty quickly on endless difficulty level. So that is something to keep in mind. Okay, also, since I'm about to end my video cast relatively shortly, it might end rapidly if YouTube is going to bug out again, so be prepared for that, just a heads up. Okay then, a lot of additional dust income is going to go in this turn, and I'm actually going to gain dust rather than lose it, which is pretty substantial, I love it. And also, what is that? Ceasefire, and they'll give me dust water in return. No, I need to kill them, and I need to kill them fast. I mean, yes, right now I'm not doing great progress at killing them because I don't quite have the fleet necessary to do so. But if I had to cease fire, I would have to be at Cold War with them instead of war for like, I don't know, 2010s, I cannot afford that. If I were to do so, I would starve to death on my systems. They are already normal, and soon enough, in 1010s, they will actually be depleted, which will decrease my feeds production by a lot. I cannot do that. I need to conquer them. I need to conquer them quickly as well. So, revenues, and I so want the... Actually, I can get colonial rights very, very quickly, so I can do that, and I will do that indeed. But look at how much dust my main system is producing just by converting that industry into dust. Wow, it is a very, very big difference indeed. Okay then, I believe there's actually nothing more for me to do this turn. It is kind of lazy, not lazy, boring turn. But next turn we are actually going to engage the pirates, see how we go, and end this videocast. So let us end the turn. Go ahead, I'm gonna take a sip of water. Water, no juice this time, I'm sorry. Mostly to myself, but I didn't have time to put my juice in the freezer, or rather the refrigerator. My hero leveled up, that is nice. I'm gonna give him veteran, for two reasons. One, he needs director 3, and after that, he will need... I mean, I keep thinking of him. We already know he is not gonna be useful for his melee. So I might as well give him Director 3 because having official schooling really, really important. Although Minister of Propaganda is decent as well. Let's hold on. Let's think if it would be a sensible thing to give him to Pixies. Maybe if his Minister of Propaganda would fix things, then it would be worthwhile. So I'm gonna give him that and see it in just a moment. Actually, hold on. Which system did I just make an expansion on? One of my more productive ones. Yeah, that's Hido. Okay, let's make sure I am actually exploiting this new planet, which is very important. I also get Moon Survey because sometimes, yeah, it can really make a big difference, obviously. And let's not stall any longer and have a battle with the pirates. They attacked me first. Beams only. What do I have? Do I have any shields? I do have mostly shields, but not really all that much. So let's see how I do. And this will be the end of this particular cast. Also, I see the amoeba in there, but they can wait for the next video. They are not in a hurry, are they? And if they are, well, they are my enemies, so I do not need to respect them. Okay, so let us start by... Barrier or Shot Circuit? I'll go for Barrier. Both of those are equally useful when fighting beams, but... this is a medical for Shot Circuit. Or maybe Barrier. I don't know. We will see how this barrier works out. Okay, it worked out very well. It will allow me to soak up the... maybe not majority of the damage, but a big chunk of the damage. And oh, those are some very high level lasers. Look, do you see that? They are slightly purplish, which means that they are slightly better than pinch guns, I believe. I don't remember how they are called, those particular lasers, but they are very powerful. Still not powerful enough. OMG, my rockets totally own, and I did not even take any damage in the fight against Fleet that had twice the military power of mine. This is awesome, by all standards. It also goes to show that I do not need to have more rockets installed on my ships, they already deal enough damage as it is, and because of that it is completely worthwhile to go for the invasion modules. Yeah, I talked about this again, deal with it. Okay, so we can start making our way back to Matraka, which is going to take forever, but we can also unassign our hero, thank you, and see if he's going to make people at Pixies a little bit more happy, which I do hope it is going to be the case. Wow! He will! He definitely will. Okay then, now I'm done for the day. As I said, I have a busy day tomorrow, and I have stuff to watch today as well, which is actually tomorrow as well, and as today, whatever. So I'm gonna save it and say my outro. It was PANCZASU, the Mighty Mix Bomber. If you somehow managed to enjoy my videocast, then please by all means like it, maybe even subscribe to my channel. Please also do leave a comment, they help me greatly, and I also love reading them and responding to them. And that's about it. It was PANCZASU, the Mighty Mix Bomber. I already said it was me. Whatever. Thank you for watching, and I will see you online.